That was a stop sign.
You're kidding, right?
In your car, I'd be kidding.
That's a 6, not a G, you idiot. Sexy forever. That's mine. That's 5 to 2. Okay, Fever?
You're a twin ass. BEATNGU. So, beating you. That's mine. No. Think he's dead?
They never are.
Jeepers Creepers.
So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the JEFFMAN316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JEFFMAN316. Appreciate you guys stopping by for the watch along. Feel like I haven't been on here for a while, even though we did watch WrestleMania last week. Old Dougie Fresh, I know he wasn't here last week because of that. So Rick was already in the house. Hope you're well. Yep, I'm pretty good. I actually finally feel like myself for a change. I've been so sick over the last couple of weeks. Doug says hi. What's up, Dougie? Yeah, how you feeling, Doug? I know there for a while you were feeling bad too, but yeah, I'm feeling better. Let me get the crawl here. Yep, JEFFMAN316 Live. Let's talk movies. This is the Jeepers Creepers chat and watch along. So anybody hits the door, like, comment down below as we're going along. Ask any questions. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. If you have, hit that notification bell. You'll know when I post new videos or chats like this or watch alongs. You can support me with Cashapp or JEFFMAN316 is my PayPal. No, I didn't want to buy another Peacock subscription. Yeah, I figured. I didn't know if there's any free ones going on out there or not. So yeah, let's get into this. As you saw, I put a couple little gags in there. If anybody watches this back right in the middle, I put it like it was a clip from Jeepers Creepers Reborn, where he wags his finger in there and said, nope, that's not what we're watching. We're watching the original. So yeah, let's go ahead. I want to let you guys know it's only a couple people in here. I don't know when it was, but we've actually watched Jeepers Creepers before. Did I buy that Rampage 4K Steelbook? Yeah, I bought it from Orbit a while back when they had it on sale. I might have got it used. And I got it mainly for the cover artwork. We can talk about that later. But this is Jeepers Creepers. The description on Internet Movie Database says, I'm going to read a different one. It's really short, the regular one. On their way back home during spring break, Derry and Patricia Jenner witness a mysterious person dumping something down a tunnel. Derry discovers a huge, disturbing hideout full of mummified bodies. Derry and Patricia set off to get help, unaware that the individual is now aware of who has been down the tunnel. Derry and Patricia soon realize that their pursuer is not just a mysterious person, but someone even more horrifying, who has more in store than they could possibly imagine. Dun, dun, dun. So this movie stars Gina Phillips as Trish, Justin Long as Derry, Jonathan Breck as the Creeper, the one and only in my eyes, Patricia Belcher as Giselle. Then you got Brandon Smith as the sergeant, and then Eileen Brennan, the classic actress that shows up as the cat lady. Nobody else really famous in here. I guess this movie is more infamous than famous because it's directed by, speaking of a creep, Victor Salva. We're not going to get into the nuances of everything that went on behind the scenes with him and what he did in his past. But as I say, let's separate the art from the artist and let's enjoy Jeepers Creepers. I didn't get to watch your hunt, but that's fine. You can watch it later, bro. Saw that new artwork. Yeah, it's I talk about it in there. It's Orbit DVD is where I ended up getting that from. I had seen it before and then they end up, I think I got it used, but either way, yeah, like I was saying, if you go back and look at the history of the channel, we've actually watched Jeepers Creepers. So that was before I had a lot of followers. So I don't think a lot of people showed up. I don't remember if you guys were here, but either way, it was like a year and a half ago. I hid that video so that in case anybody came along and then they saw us watching this, they didn't get confused if they did a search. But either way, we're going to watch it again. The cool thing about it is we never watched the sequel, and they do have the second one, so we can watch that. And I'm stopping there. I'm not watching any of the other ones. I got 3 and Reborn right over there beside me. I don't know if those are on Tubi, but you can watch along with your copy. I'm going to start this up on Tubi. It'll have some commercials. I think it's about an hour and a half without the commercials. I can actually look at the time on Internet Movie Database. Yeah, exactly 1 hour and 30 minutes. This is rated R and it came out in 2001. So if you guys are ready, I'll go ahead and start it. And then we can talk about some other stuff once we get going. So, yeah, like I said, appreciate anybody who is joining us tonight or comes in later. So I'm going to go ahead and give the countdown and I got it going. Let me make sure I got my my app going for my Roku. Doug says he's ready, as Triple H would say, are you ready? So, for the few in attendance and the few that'll watch later, let's get ready to watch Jeepers Creepers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let me get got the MGM logo going. I'd already skipped past the first commercial, so I was ready to go ahead. It paused. Got my earbud ready. So we're watching Jeepers Creepers. I really, when I first watched this, I knew nothing about the history of the director or any of that stuff. I might have not even found out about him until I watched the second one. And then I started looking up movies that he had made because I loved the first 2 so much. And then that's when I kind of dug into his history. He's got a couple of decent movies that he's done other than Jeepers Creepers. It's pretty sad what a scumbum he is. He's a writer. What is he listed as director for? Director. I think the most infamous, he did something in the basement. The most infamous one what caused the trouble is a Clown House made in 1989. He did a movie with Lance Hendrickson called Nature of the Beast. Powder was one of his more famous ones. Ironic enough, was done by Disney. He did it was Touchstone Pictures, and Disney owned them. Rites of Passage, Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, a movie called Peaceful Warrior. I have no clue what that is. I do know there is another movie I like by him, Rosewood Lane, that's got Rose McGowan in it. That's pretty good. He did a movie called Dark House. I don't know anything about that. Nope, I don't think I've seen that. Then he did Jeepers Creepers 3. And that's the last thing he directed. I'm pretty sure he sold his rights to Jeepers Creepers so they could make 4. At this point, we might have been better off getting a Victor Salva version of the movie. I like the way this movie starts with the young brother and sister. I don't even know. How old was Gina Phillips? I remember when I was younger watching this thinking she was hot. So how old is she? She was born in 1970, and this movie was made in 2001. So she was 31 in this movie. She doesn't look 31, does she? So I don't feel so bad thinking that she was hot. This was Justin Long's first screen, was it? He's done some pretty good horror movies. I liked him in Live Free or Die Hard. He was in Galaxy Quest. He was in It's a Wonderful Knife, which if you look at my movie hunt, I just bought that this week. He's done a lot of stuff as cameos with Kevin Smith. We just saw him in Zack and Miri Make a Porno. I guess I can say porno up on here. Yeah, was this his first movie? Either way. Hey, hello there. What's going on? Appreciate you stopping by the stream. Make sure you drop a like on the video, please. I haven't really looked, but I know what's up with Gina Phillips, man. She like kind of just disappeared off the face of the earth. She didn't do very much, did she? Did she do much before this? It doesn't look like it. She was in Ally McBeal. But like I said, she's a young 31 here. The Antichrist Cookbook, something she was on. She was in CSI. Doesn't look like any Ring Around the Rosie. I think I remember seeing that. Like she was in an episode of Monk. So a lot of TV stuff. Jeepers Creepers 3. She had that cameo at the end. She was in Doom Annihilation, that shitty Doom sequel. I don't even remember her being in that, but that's 2019, and she's not listed as anything since then. So she kind of faded out of existence a little bit. But either way, I thought she was cute, and I thought she did a really good job in this. I was all listening to some reviewer, and it was actual movie reviewer, not a YouTuber, and they were talking about how I'm an only child, so I wouldn't know, but it does seem like the banter with them here at the beginning is very very realistic sounding. And I don't do or like try to read like those, whatever game they're playing. I've never really done that as a game, but I do try to read personalized plates all the time, try to figure out what they are. What is my favorite 80s cartoon? 80s. I don't know. Well, when did used to like Masters of the Universe? When did that come out? But I wasn't more of a series guy. I was more of a Looney Tunes guy. So I really liked Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes and stuff back then from the 80s. It was always on Saturday mornings. I like a lot of Hanna-Barbera stuff. I like Jabberjaws. You know, I saw Flintstones so much, I kind of like got tired of it and don't like watching that much anymore. This was his first film, but made his debut in a TV series. Well, he's really good in this. Ooh, mixed that a little strong. What's your favorite 80s cartoon? See, I was a child of the 70s and 80s, so I don't know when it was out, but one of my favorite ever was Hong Kong Phooey. Hong Kong Phooey. When did that come out? $1974. I don't remember watching it that young, but I remember it playing through the late 70s and 80s. You were in the 90s. What's your favorite cartoon? I like Scooby-Doo. I was a big Scooby-Doo fan. Drinking and driving on prom night. I remember doing that. I drank some Mad Dog 2020 on my prom night, and it did not settle well with me. I wasn't a big beer drinker, but I remember after drinking that, to get my stomach settled, I actually drank beer. Snorks. I never really liked Snorks. I like Heathcliff. I got one of those Heathcliff sets of all the cartoons. Yeah, I'm a big He-Man guy. I love He-Man. I never really was a big G.I. Joe guy. I think I got out of G.I. Joe pretty quick. I had very little of the action figures. I think I was growing out of cartoons by then. That's probably why I like Looney Tunes. It's weird, like Looney Tunes, when you look at it, they always do put on the DVD sets now. They're warning that they're for adult collectors. But they didn't have a problem showing that shit to us as kids in the 70s and 80s. They're both popping a squat here. I made a video about it, but I don't know if Doug, was it you and I that talked about it or somebody? Um, I found my first instance of, I was looking to see what kind of panties she was having. Sorry. I found my first instance of DVD rot from that list of that they were posting from the Warner Brothers titles. Um, it's actually, I've got two. One, and luckily enough, I'd already upgraded to Blu-ray. So, but that is a thing. I'm going to make a video about it. I know some people were saying that they didn't find a lot of movies. The good thing about it is I don't have a ton of classic films. So a lot of those classic film sets are on there. And I also upgraded a lot of my DVDs to Blu-ray. So anybody that watches this now, Doug says Scooby Doo, or in the future, put in the comments. Have you experienced finding any of those Warner Brothers titles that had DVD rot, is what they're calling it? This is when they're calling each other's names. I like this part. Dick licker, butt picker. You lose. Ass and butt, you lose. That's a classic movie line. I should put that on a shirt. Ass and butt, you lose. That's a big fucking tree, man. I had a tree almost that size in my backyard when I moved into this house, and the lightning hit it and killed it, and it started falling apart. I had to cut the damn thing down. Not that she's sexy hot in that tank top there, but one I was on a Facebook group. It reminded me of something I was looking at, and they were talking about famous final girls that wore tank tops the best in horror movies. And one of the ones they were talking about was Jessica Biel in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I was trying to think of other ones, like what other horror movies have females that go around in tank tops. My mind works weird that way. When I read that kind of stuff, I start thinking about it. Wrapped and roped in a sheet. Here's a question. Would anybody fucking go back? Or would you just immediately go to the police? Because he's gonna run them off the road and then they're gonna go back. I had a cell phone that looked almost like that. Anybody know ever watch wrestling and see Paul Heyman like back in the 90s with that big ass phone that he carried around? I had one of those. It was my first work phone. I love the concept of this truck. I like it in the first two movies. I'm not much on it once they start making the truck supernatural with all kinds of bullshit weapons and stuff in it. And two kids that are coming home from school, would their parents really let them be driving like this 50s car here? Doesn't seem like that'd be the most reliable vehicle, depending on how far you gotta drive. Just once you're in front of him, move over, hit the brakes, let him go by. Like he could hear them. Doug said he got his first 3 commercials. I haven't got any commercials yet. They just run off the road and the doves are flying or whatever they are. No commercials for me yet. It's very interesting how they do that. Where we're not usually the same. All right, now I got my first 3. Maybe it's just because of the delay in the stream. She looks haggard there with her hair. Here's my commercials. How many did I get? I got 3. What's your commercial? Mine is the Kind bar with almonds. I haven't tried one of those. Anybody ever had one of those? I wonder if they're any good. So, what's your thoughts on the first 2? Do you like the second Jeepers Creepers as much as you like the first one? I didn't at first, but the more I've watched the second one, the more I like it. What is Whistler? I don't have it near me. I thought I might have that steel book you were talking about, Doug. If you guys didn't see, what it was he was asking me at the beginning was, um, it was a Rampage steel book that I bought from the Dwayne Johnson movie, The Rock. What if they still got one on orbit? My movie's back. They had a new one still on orbit, but it's sold out. Here, I'll share it and show you the. That right there, that's the steel book that I got. I like that artwork there. That's pretty cool. It'd be cool if the creatures in the movie actually looked that way, wouldn't it? That's pretty cool. Second is a little because you get more of the creeper. Yeah, I don't like the story as much, but I agree with you. The creeper is better. I like Ray Wise, the father. He's the guy. He played on Twin Peaks, and I love Twin Peaks. I like that part of the story, but it's a little weak. I don't like those kids on the bus. It's maybe Victor Salva had something to do with it. Like I don't like that they're always the dudes are taking their shirts off and fucking laying out in the sun and all going taking pisses together and yeah, it would be, but it's Chinese. I mean, I think it's from Japan or China or somewhere. So that's where it's from. That King Kong steelbook, that artwork is epic. I don't know what they did back in the day to commission that guy. I forget the artist's name to do that King Kong artwork, but I remember the trading cards from the 70s, man, had some of the best artwork for that movie. I was glad they used a lot of it on the actual steelbook. What comes out this week? I haven't even looked. So would you just go to the police or would you go back? The person that they saw wrapped up was totally wrapped up from head to toe. So what would make them think that they were still alive? This is one of those WTF moments in the movie. What the fuck? Yeah, did it? I didn't pay attention. Yeah. Got this old church is boarded up. There is no way in hell I'd be back there. The crows are trying to warn you. The crows are trying to warn you. Hey, Doug, did you order anything else from Disney after our fiasco? There's only one title it looks like I'll miss out on from the ones you got me. The other ones at the time were in stock when somebody else ordered them for me. But I ordered and had them shipped direct from Disney to me. So I didn't have that problem, but I guarantee you will never see that box. Wonder what is that pipe was it supposed to do? Like, why would there be a pipe leading to that basement? I guess he put it there himself. You have, I have the 4 steel books on pre-order. Which ones? I don't remember which ones it was. When were they closing? I wonder what they'll do with all their stock. There's no way they're going to sell it all. They just ship it out to Walmart, put it in the $5 bin. I did find some. I didn't include it in that video because I didn't do it during my weekly hunt, but I did later in the week go out to 2 more Walmarts, and I did find some of those 4K steel books in the dump bin. So I'm going to do a separate video with that. Hello. Yeah, I forgot. He did hear somebody. Yeah. This part here makes no sense whatsoever. There's no way that just the length of his belt that she's holding him on that he could go down there and see anything. I like the fact that she kind of mentions, that this is the part of movies that they do something stupid. Oh, it was his feet, not his belt. Well, he's like 5 foot tall. Like, what, that little bit of extra, how would he see anything with that terrible ass flashlight? Like he could really see anything. Ooh. Rats. Knowing that you were hanging on by your feet, there is no damn way you would be doing all that. And he looks like he hits pretty hard right there, man. How did damn not knock him out? Ouch. You would think that before they did that shit, they would have went to the church and found a way to see if there's a way down in there. Yeah, Brainiac, how you plan on getting out of there? His fucking shoes hanging on up there. Not as sorry as he is. He was kicking his fucking feet. Yeah, I figured you'd get those. I don't know if I'm gonna get Andor. I'm gonna probably get Obi-Wan for sure. I really like that. I wasn't a big fan of Moon Knight, and I did not like Falcon and Winter Soldier at all. What's up, Star Wars collecting hobbies? What's going on? But yeah, definitely for 100% for sure gonna get Obi-Wan Kenobi or Obi-Wan, whatever they fucking called it. When did they even come out? Did you like WrestleMania 40? Yes, I did. I was telling somebody earlier today. The only match that I didn't like at all was the Usos against each other, Jimmy versus Jay. Um, the other throwaway match was kind of the 6-woman tag with Jade. I knew that would just be we call it, just a showcase to show her do 2 or 3 moves. But I thought the rest of it was booked really well, and you know, can really lead to some good stuff depending on how the draft shakes out. The 30th. I'll decide by then which one I'm gonna get, if I'm gonna get one other than Obi-Wan. I didn't like Obi-Wan at first, the first couple episodes, but then once it went on, man, it got really good and I liked it. I wonder where this dude come from that's down in there, this boy. Wonder what he cut out of him. That's pretty interesting. You mean Dairy? He said kill me, I think. The boy, the guy and the main boy's named Dairy. Did I watch Bad Batch? I haven't seen season 3 yet. No, I haven't watched much of that either. After I can't remember what the series was. I kind of got out of the animated Star Wars stuff. I don't know what else did he say to him. I know he said kill me, didn't he? I wonder what parts he cut out of him. You know, I'm kind of fickle when it comes to. Did I watch Ahsoka? Yeah, I really like that, but I like what's the one that plays Ahsoka? Rosario Dawson. I really like her. She's good. 2 commercials for Dougie. What I was going to say is I'm kind of fickle about Star Wars. I'm a huge original trilogy fan because I grew up watching it and buying the toys and just immersed in all that. It's been really hard for me to like anything after that. Like the prequel trilogy, I didn't like at all until the 3rd one. I kind of like that. And then I was wishy-washy on all the new trilogy. It had bits and pieces of stuff I like, but nothing beats the original 3 movies. And then the TV stuff, I don't know. Like I got an ad starting too. What I will say is you prefer the prequels? Yeah, I hated the prequels, especially the first one. When I went to the theater to see that, I remember standing outside the theater talking to a buddy of mine who we grew up watching the originals, and I was like, what in the holy shit did we just watch? Jar Jar Binks ruined it for me. I cannot stand Jar Jar Binks. Nothing about him. I can't stand anything about him. Every scene he's in ruins it for me. What was the Star Wars one-off movie? What was it called? Rogue One. I remember going to the theater watching Rogue One, and maybe it was the nostalgia of the how it linked into the original movie at the end. Thinking this is the best fucking movie I've seen Star Wars wise since the original three. And then the more I've watched it, the worse it gets. I just don't like the what's her name? The main actress. What's her name? Felicity Jones, man, I don't like her at all. She is not a good actress. Oh, I love Darth Maul. That's about the best part. Oh God, no, we don't want to do Jar Jar's voice. Sorry, bro. That is horrible. Rogue One, I kind of like, and I didn't really like Solo at all. The best part of Solo to me was seeing the original Lando. Now, I would have liked the Lando movie instead of that. That Solo movie was not very good. And like I said, Rogue One is good. I like it, but I thought it was like excellent when I first saw it, and the more I've watched it, not so much. I don't know why. Like I said, I think it's part of it. I just don't like that actress. Like I didn't like the actor that they picked to be Han Solo in the Solo movie. Has he done anything after that, or did it fucking ruin his career? So Derry is finding what's in the whatever you want to call this. I don't know what is this thing is this kind of tomb this guy's built with all these people on the walls and stuff. I think Daisy's a much better actress. Partly is because I've seen her in other things and she's good in it. Um, Anything to me that's bad about Daisy is that it's just poor writing for some of the dialogue. She was very realistic in a lot of the fight scenes that she was in. I just think she's a better actress. Something's dripping out of the ceiling. I don't remember what that was. What's dripping out of the ceiling? Just some of the body juice. It's like the Sistine Chapel made with bodies. You got to see a random penis here hanging off the top. Was Doug around during the original trilogy? Probably not. He's a child of the 90s. Like, when did Star Wars come out? Was it 77? I was 6 years old, man. I was primed for that. Hey, Movie Matic, what's going on, Maddie? Appreciate you stopping by. We were watching Jeepers Creepers, but Doug was talking about he ordered some of those Star Wars steelbooks, so we were talking about our what we like about Star Wars. I'm obviously because of my age, I'm an original trilogy guy, and I don't like how they fucked it up, adding all that stuff to it. So I kept my original laser discs and my original DVDs. Even though they don't look great, if I ever want to watch them uncut, that's the way I'll watch them. It sounds like that damn crow is laughing at her. So it's kind of like I was talking about in my review of Ghostbusters, where it's kind of like everything's like a light version. I liked Obi-Wan because it had a little edge to it, and I like Ahsoka, but a lot of that stuff to me is like it doesn't have an edge to it, and it's kind of like because it's more Disneyized or whatever you want to call it. It's good when you're watching it, but doesn't have a lot of replay value. I got to go to the 97 special edition of New Hope. Yeah, new versions of trash. Yeah, when I first saw Jabba the Hutt show up, in the original, was it, I'm sure it was Star Wars, right? I was like, you gotta be shitting me. Yeah. I saw all of those in the theater. Obviously when I was younger. What do you think about Mercedes and AEW? Oh, I'm not a big Sasha Banks fan, so I could care less about her in AEW. As you see, unless she's going to do something to some pay per view buys, she sure ain't moving the needle as far as ratings. The other week when she was on commentary, they actually lost 90,000 viewers turning the channel with her on commentary. I think she is the most overrated of the original horsewomen. Bailey to me is starting to shine, showing that she's got some long staying ability. Becky obviously is good. I don't like Charlotte just because they kind of forced her down our throat. But I always thought that she was the fourth best of that group. She sucks on the mic, and her shtick is the same shit she's been doing ever since she was in NXT. She hasn't evolved her character at all, and she's doing the exact same character in AEW, just calling it something different. So she needs to evolve and change and do something different. But yeah, I remember the original Star Wars trilogy, loving the first one. And I remember as a child, so I would have been what, 9 years old, going to see The Empire Strikes Back. I remember coming out of that just heartbroken. Like the bad guys won. Luke's father is Darth Vader. He got his hand cut off. What the hell is going on? And obviously loving the third one when it come out with the Ewoks and the redemption and all that stuff. So yeah, me either. I usually record it and then just skim through it. Star Wars Ewok Adventures, Caravan of Courage, and Battle Endor. How were those movies? Well, they were TV movies, and that unless you like the Ewoks, you're not gonna like them. They were really cheesy versions. I liked them when I was younger, but I've tried to watch them since, and I didn't really get much out of them. They're not that good. More family flicks. I've got that original double DVD set of those. Is this shit worth anything? Do you have it? How many DVDs do you own, Doug? You have a lot of DVDs? Oh, I don't know if they're canon or not. I don't consider them canon because they were, but I don't know that they really progress the story of the original main characters. So even if they, um, even if it is, I mean, it's not like a matter of in as far as story wise. That's pretty cool. Well, yeah, but what did you actually talk about? Maybe I should put a video out basically saying that she's fucking overrated and see if how much hate I get. So Derry got all and he's in shock. Yeah, so tell me what was the you were talking about her coming back. What did you actually say in the video about her? Hold on a second, I need some more alcohol. How many subscribers do you have now? Did that get you how much revenue did that get you? Hey, what's going on, Arturo? Appreciate you stopping by the stream. Hadn't talked to you in a while, I feel like. But I've been so in and out being sick and out of town with work, so there's the truck. I love that truck, man. People were insisting that she was coming back to help Bailey at WrestleMania 40, and I just uploaded a clip of her debut in AEW and said it wouldn't happen. Well, I mean, that just means there are WWE people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Look at these redneck motherfuckers right here. This reminds me of every diner scene in every movie, kind of like Duel when a guy goes in there, like nobody wants to help any outsiders. I didn't see Doug in your channel last week. No, Doug doesn't have Peacock, so he was a WWE snob last week and didn't stop by the stream, even though I told him he could. Doug, did you go karaoke Saturday night? I don't remember what you said you were doing. Yeah, he didn't want to get Peacock for WrestleMania, even though yes. Here's the phone call. This is the lady, whatever you want to call her, the psychic or whatever. You were at karaoke both nights. Do you guys do karaoke where you actually have a winner, or is it just for fun? Does somebody vote and see who wins each night? What's his shirt say? Bannon. I want to buy a shirt that says Bannon. I always like that. I keep saying I'm going to buy a I was keep saying I was going to buy a shirt. Like, what is the school that Eddie Murphy wears in Beverly Hills Cop? Mumford. That I was going to buy me a Mumford shirt. I don't like the Sasha character that much, but as far as 90-pound women go, she's literally the best wrestler in the world, hands down, in that category. Okay, well, I don't think she's the best wrestler in the world, and there's not a whole lot of women her size anyway. So, who are you comparing her to? It's not going to take much to be the best woman in AEW right now because it's botchamania when they're wrestling. You guys like this subplot of the psychic? It's be eating, you dumbass. For fun and just had 2 commercials. I haven't had any commercial yet. John Moxley won the yeah, I know. I'm always one that I thought Moxley was extremely overrated. Best 90-pound women's wrestler. She can even do stuff Charlotte can't. Well, it's just she does high flying stuff. WWE doesn't let some of the bigger women do that kind of stuff. There isn't anything that she can't do, that Bliss couldn't do, that Becky couldn't do. There's no way that it would have been realistic to me for Sasha to be in the ring with Rhea Ripley like Becky did at WrestleMania. Did you guys see the Bray Wyatt documentary? If you didn't get that, to me, that would be worth getting the Peacock subscription for a month just to watch that damn documentary. It was so good. If you don't like wrestling, you're probably not going to like it, but it's one of the best produced and pretty heartfelt documentaries that I've watched in a long time. So I thought it was pretty good. In some of her matches, she has what it is on television. The WWE kind of tones down the shit. They let the New Japan and doesn't have like American television much, so it's kind of you can't really compare it. The WWE lets them break out all that kind of stuff during pay-per-views, but even Tiffany to me is a better wrestler than Sasha. Tiffany's going to be champion soon. I'm not saying right now, maybe by the Rumble or maybe at WrestleMania. Snatcha Banks is in the Bush leagues now, pretty much. She'll go through 2 or 3 women, and then they'll have her in high profile matches, and she'll be like every other AEW superstar after the first 3 to 6 months. There'll be nothing for them to do, and they won't be able to book her, and they pay $10 million for nothing. I love Tiffany too, man. She's so good in the ring, and she's getting better on the mic. Her mic work needs a little bit of work because she's kind of repeats herself a lot, but that's only once she gets on the main roster in high profile feuds, she'll do better. Yep, it's Tiffy time. I like Tiffy time. I also like the fact that they don't that they didn't like just keep pushing her to the moon, that they let her lose to Naomi. She'll eventually get that win back, but I thought that was kind of cool. But I despise Lousy Rousey more. She's been talking and talking shit about WWE. She was still garbage. Yeah, the latest thing I was talking about somebody with um, Rousey was she was talking shit about how they treat Logan Paul, and she ain't got fucking the ounce of talent that Logan Paul's got in his little finger. Rousey, after multiple years there, was still awful on the mic, and her in ring work was terrible. So she never improved since day one, no matter how much she trained. So Logan Paul is athletic. He's obviously good on the mic, and I don't want him to give him a world title, but I'm all right with him having a secondary title and pushing the product. That match at WrestleMania, that triple threat, was excellent. I loved it. Yeah, that's where I got that line. He's talking about it was the 16th chapel. They'll probably string her out a couple years before Tiffany gets the title. Maybe she will win Money in the Bank. That's what I was thinking. Either Tiffany will win Money in the Bank, or if not, who else could win Money in the Bank? You might not agree with this, but one of the perfect people to win Money in the Bank would be Chelsea Green. With them having two women's titles, you can have a title on somebody that's kind of weak and build them up with it versus the other one being like a really established champ. Like I feel like the SmackDown champion, even though Bailey's good, could be used to establish new stars. I could really see Tiffany or Chelsea Green winning Money in the Bank and it pushing their character along. At least Sasha Mercedes Monet hasn't opened her mouth towards W. Well, she doesn't. She did an interview the weekend before she debuted that said that she could see herself back in there to end her career. She's not going to. She's not going to do that if she wants to eventually go back. She'll be back in the WWE. Don't worry about that. She just didn't want a full WWE schedule. She wanted to go to New Japan. She wanted to be able to take time off. They're paying her all that money to be work a part-time schedule. Personally, when Will Ospreay thought that Triple H was talking about him about working a part-time schedule, I think he was talking about Sasha. I always liked that view there, them panning back away from the car. Thought it would have been cooler if like they had panned back even more. Maybe you saw him standing like at the top of a tree or on the top of the truck looking. I doubt Chelsea will win anytime soon. She actually says in an interview she doesn't care about winning, just being entertaining because she doubts she'll get to be the champ. You could have her try to cash in and not do it. I mean, you don't have to have somebody cashing in Money in the Bank every time. I just like Chelsea Green's character. When everybody said that she was going to be a Karen type character, I didn't like it at first, but then she's done it perfectly. Now I don't like the fact it would have been better if Sonya Deville had been there and could have stayed to be her partner. Tiffany will probably win Money in the Bank. She didn't. What are you talking about? They had the triple threat women's match. They had Bailey. They're not going to have like they probably could have come up with a different set of three to fight Jade, Naomi, and um, Bianca, but I don't really know what you would have done. The only I was thinking maybe Bianca would have had a one-off match with Tiffany. That would have been good. I just don't think that Jade is ready, and they're probably going to have. Hold on a second. They're playing that rock version of Jeepers Creepers on the radio. I remember trying to find that song forever, and there's I can't remember the name of the artist. That's like it's a sample out of another song that's similar to that. Why would you have had both women's champions versus Becky? That didn't make any sense. Chelsea Green was Knockouts champion, but she had a different name then. I don't remember what it was. I can't remember what it was either. I had a bad feeling that Mommy would retain because she was still has other storylines going. Plus, it was rumored Seth and Becky are taking time off. Yeah, well, their contracts are also coming up, both of them. So I love this part with this guy chopping this guy's head off here. That's one of my favorite parts. I love that part, and then I like when he gets the head and pulls the tongue out. But either way, yeah, there's no reason for Rhea to lose the belt, especially if Bailey. Everybody can't lose the belts. It's not realistic. So she's approved since she was in AEW, but she isn't ready. I think her and Bianca will go for the tag titles, and that'll be the best thing for her. Working with Bianca every day and on the road or whatever, it's going to really help her. She'll end up improving a lot this year. Um, they got so much potential. I love the draft's going to be coming up in a couple weeks. They'll be able to shake the roster up. Yeah, this is one of my favorite scenes in the movie here. Is that blood on the top of the car? I don't remember. So now she's not listening to him. Back in the beginning, he wouldn't listen to her. The Jeepers Creepers was the best part, of my opinion. Part 2 was not that great. Part 3, I haven't seen it, and the last one I haven't seen it either. You're not missing anything. We're not seeing 3 and 4. Well, you'll see whether Liv's improved in the ring, Annie. She's been injured for like 9 months. She's gonna probably fight Rhea. That'll be her next feud. She hit Rhea with a fucking wicked chair shot. Threw that chair at her on Monday Night Raw. This is one of the coolest parts with the Creeper here. Doug's getting 2 commercials. I really like this. You see him a little more. They didn't want to show you too much about what he looked like in this one. I love him whistling there. So somebody was talking about in one of the behind the scenes videos. Look, was this say taste what? Something good? They were talking about how you notice that he doesn't kill women, and when he does, if he does, he doesn't eat their parts. Okay, is that because he's male and he's got to regenerate his body with male parts? I don't want to know what happens when his down below needs to be regenerated. Why has he got to eat his tongue? Like he doesn't even talk. Was he figuring out he might not be able to whistle? What happened to the Cody Crybaby documentary they advertised? It was supposed to be. I heard something about that or read something about it last night. I can't remember whether I heard or read it, but either way, they decided that they wanted to add extra footage of him winning and then showing up to the Raw after WrestleMania to finalize it. So they got a little bit of extra footage they want to add in there, and they say it'll probably debut in the next week or two. Yeah, Braun Breaker, anybody that they want to win a title this year is going to need to get drafted to Raw because Cody is not losing that belt in the next couple months to maybe a year. Um, they want him to be the face of SmackDown now that Roman is gone. And Roman probably won't be back to SummerSlam or after. Yeah, I see her and Bianca going after the women's tag titles, which is good because they can squash a bunch of people and then save the good matches for the pay-per-view, and Bianca can do a lot of the work, and they can ramp up Jade as they go and still make her look good because she's a champion. You talking about Bobby Lashley? He's kind of weak if you ask me, man. He's got no charisma about him whatsoever. I thought maybe that the Street Profits could make up for that, but oh well. Um, once that I know I missed that match at WrestleMania when I did my predictions. Once Bully Ray showed up, or Bubba Ray, I knew that they were going to win. The good guys were going to win. You see Sting Tuesday. Where are you seeing him at? Oh, you're talking about the movie. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the wrestler. I heard it was pretty good. I heard that the Saw got delayed. It's not coming out until next year. Did I see the new Bloodline guy, Tommy Tonga? He's the son of Haku. They should have brought in. Well, I think they had already hired Tommy Tonga a while back, probably a couple months ago, and they just didn't want him to debut. They just signed Jacob Fatu, so they probably got to get in there and get some meetings with him, decide how they're going to do it. So he just signed. So I don't think the timing would have worked out right. They really wanted to progress this next level of the story immediately, and I think you're going to get Bloodline versus Bloodline. Who do I think Priest will lose to? No, it won't be this year's Money in the Bank winner. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if Gunther didn't win Money in the Bank. I was gonna say Sammy because I thought Sammy would have lost at WrestleMania and then he would have won Money in the Bank. Um, the obvious choice is Drew. Whenever they have that clash at the castle, that's going to be in Scotland, which is his home country. If he hasn't won it by then, I see Priest is going to be a very interim champion. He'll fight somebody at Backlash and he'll win that match. So they'll give him a world title victory, but he's going to lose it to Drew pretty soon. Drew versus CM Punk for the title at SummerSlam. If Punk can come back by then, is the money match. As of right now, as of last week, they didn't know whether Drew would sign a new contract. So until he signs a contract, he's not winning the title. I don't think Seth's going to be on there for 2 or 3 months. I see Seth maybe returning at SummerSlam. Same with Becky. Both of them have had some injuries. Both of them want to do stuff with their family. She's got the book to promote. He's really got some bad nagging injuries. I don't think they're going to be on there for a couple months. I wouldn't be surprised if Seth didn't fight Roman at SummerSlam. You know, you saw Roman went after Seth with the chair instead of hitting Cody with it. That's pretty telling. This is Crazy Cat Lady. This is Eileen Brennan in here. If you don't recognize her, she was in the movie that I just watched recently, Clue. Wonder if those were stray cats. I don't know. She'll have as many cats as she'll want to have. Wonder what the budget of this movie was. Man, Regina Phillips is fetching in this movie. I don't think Reigns coming back to SummerSlam. Who knows? Maybe he's filming something with The Rock. I don't know. He's not filming a movie, from what I understand. They're just giving him some time off. The Rock's already got 2 movies lined up that he's filming and won't be available for the next 3 to 4 months, he said. Rock will fight Cody. If they stretch it out, Rock might fight Cody at WrestleMania next year if he can't do it at SummerSlam. 10 million. That's way more bigger budget than I was expecting for this. Hey, it's Bizarro Supergirl making a guest appearance. What's going on? Hey, good to see you. What you been up to? He says, hey. Doug says, hey. What's going on? Did you watch WrestleMania? We're into the middle of Jeepers Creepers. I don't even know where we're at. Where we at? About 54 minutes into it on mine. We're at Crazy Cat Lady. Bizarro says, hey, everybody. Look, this is a cool part too. A lot of good imagery in this movie. I love it. I love seeing him out there in the cornfield like he's a scarecrow. Rick says he hopes you're well. I got popcorn on my shirt. What kind of damn shotgun blast was that? What does she have in that damn gun? He just crashed down through a whole damn house. I bought the Expendables 4K Blu-ray set. It's kind of expensive, but cool. Yeah, a lot of people are finding that $70 set clearance at their Walmarts. In other countries apart from the United States and Canada, Jeepers Creepers made $21.3 million, bringing its total box office to 59. So $60 million on a $10 million budget is not bad for a small independent horror movie. Your brother watched WrestleMania, had some friends over. I hate The Rock. He's annoying. I didn't like The Rock as a face coming in, taking over Cody's spot, but I love Rock, the final boss. That fucking entrance of him with that lightning coming down is awesome. And I like him as the arrogant prick and going on to using his social media, doing uncensored promos. He's funny as hell. This part creeps me out. This is when she's dead, basically, and he's using her as a puppet. Hello? Hola, ¿cómo está? I guess she's still alive. He's picking her up, all her feet off the ground. He came back to distract everybody from Vince McMahon's saga. If you got to bring any of those old timers back, at least The Rock's in shape and he looked pretty good in the ring. I was worried about what he would look like in the ring on night one, but he looked pretty damn good. Didn't I do a video saying I have no respect for The Rock? No, I haven't done any wrestling videos. Are you talking about 17 with the second the film grows between 63 and a. What do you mean between it? That's a lot. That's a big gap. 17 million budget and making 120 is pretty good. I remember going to see. I saw the first one on video because I didn't know anything about Jeepers Creepers, and I remember loving the first one so much. I saw the second one in theaters, and I made the mistake of seeing the third one in theaters, like during one of those Fathom events, and was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then I didn't do the Fathom event for Reborn. I waited for video. Usually, Internet Movie Database is pretty close on the budgets and stuff. Let me see. Jeepers Creepers. See what they say. Yeah, they said 10 million, and they said the. Is that where you got that worldwide gross? That's probably where the Google's coming from then. Jeepers Creepers 2. $17 million in worldwide gross, 63 million. So either way. So it made about the same amount of money. You saw both for Fathom events. I'm sorry. Yeah, I agree. But there's a couple people that are saying this is when she runs over his ass that it wasn't just money. That Stone Cold doesn't like to just come out and do one-off appearances. That if you notice, he's never done that. That it's usually to sell something or promote something or to advance a storyline. So they claim that he wanted to do more than just show up one time, and they didn't really have anything for him. So that's why they used the Undertaker. Who Undertaker was already in town anyway. Well, Internet Movie Database lists worldwide gross, and it said it was 63 for the. Said U.S. only got 35. Gross worldwide is 63, which includes the 35. But it just goes to show you. I mean, I think both the first Jeepers Creepers movies got way more buzz off of cable and home video. This is one of the few parts I think's cheesy. I'm not a big fan of that wing. I think the CGI looks a little wonky there. It looks better when the light is shining on it from the car because it kind of distracts it and blinds you from it a little bit. But right there, it looks very I don't know. It looks cheesy. No, I haven't been to the theater a lot more. They cost so much to go to the theater. If I'm going to buy it on video, most of the time anyway, unless it's a really really big movie that I have to see in theaters, I haven't been seeing them as much. I got an ad coming up. I want to see that movie, The Fall Guy, with Ryan Gosling. When's that come out? May. Yeah, I don't usually go see those political movies. So I'll probably wait for that on video. Yeah, if I go with my wife and then we get popcorn and stuff, I mean, I'm paying 60, 70 damn dollars to go to the movie. I'm not doing that. At least 50, even if you go early. Yeah, it's outrageous fortune now. Like I want to see let me see if I can get the list up. So we're already in April. You know, I'm not going to go to the theater and spend the money on it, but I want to see that Sasquatch Sunset. Have you guys been hearing about that? That looks pretty good. They're re-releasing Alien in theaters at the end of April. I didn't know that. Yeah, the Fall Guy comes out May 3rd. I really want to see that. They're re-releasing Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace. A lot of people said that First Omen was good, but I didn't like a lot of the last one, so I'll wait for that to come on home video. That Challengers comes out April 26th. I heard that was pretty good. The Fall Guy comes out May 3rd. I really want to see that with Ryan Gosling. I'm skipping the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I haven't liked the last couple of those. That If Imaginary Friend, I would go see that, but I'm not going to go see it with a theater full of kids. But I am going to go see The Strangers Chapter 1 comes out May 17th. I'll go see that. I'm not going to go see Garfield movie. I don't know about Bad Boys 4 yet. Maybe. Probably go see Quiet Place Day 1 in June. Definitely going to see Maxine in July. Deadpool and Wolverine comes out in July. Definitely going to see that. Alien Romulus comes out in August. I'll definitely see that. Beetlejuice, I definitely will see that. I don't know about Kraven the Hunter. After seeing the trailer, I am definitely not going to see the Joker movie, the sequel. Nicole Richie? I did see her on the Tonight Show the other night. I don't know. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. Yeah, I watched the trailer for that. Looks like hot mess. I'm not going to see that. The First Omen, I heard it was some weird full frontal nudity. That's what I heard. Are we talking about men? I kind of like the original Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. I didn't like the cast and I don't like the looks of the trailer. I don't need any more remakes, especially remakes of that kind of stuff. Hold on a second. Y'all want to see the mascot? All right, we got the mascot coming. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Say hi. You want to talk? You want to say something? Let's see what she does. There's the mascot. Bye, little girl. Yeah, she made a special appearance. You answered the comment I made. Eats the tongue so it can breathe. That sounds weird. I guess what it's going to do is eat a nose. I don't know. Late Night with the Devil. It's good from Shutter. Saw it in the theater. Yeah, I was gonna go see that, and then I'm gonna just wait and see that on Shutter when it comes on. I don't know, man. The first one is kind of a cult classic, and I like it. It's got Daniel Harris in it. It's got Christina Applegate in it. I think it's gonna be hard to beat that, man. I think it's gonna be stinky. Willie's Movies and Music. Was it Wilkie's Movies and Music? Hey, appreciate you coming by. Drop a like on the video. What do you think about what she's talking about? Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. Do you think that's worthwhile? Should we go see it? Should they have even made it? Squeak, squeak. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I saw the trailer and I didn't see anything that interests me with that. I'll wait and watch it when it's even the poster is kind of bland. I do like I looked her up. I can't remember the lady that plays the babysitter that dies. I couldn't remember what I saw her in at first. And then I was going back and looking. I think I remember her being in that movie Would You Rather. I'm looking up real quick. She was the old woman that they stabbed in that movie, I think. I guess it'd be easier for me to just look up Would You Rather. We need to watch that movie. That's a really good movie. Would You Rather? Yep, she's in that. So the woman that plays the babysitter that dies and don't tell mom the babysitter's dead is in Would You Rather? Yeah, the original of Christina Applegate. That shit never came out on Blu-ray, did it? I think I got a DVD of that. I haven't seen the trailer yet. I watched either a trailer or clips of it somewhere. I can't remember. I just remember what I saw I didn't like. And maybe it was when she was on the Tonight Show or wherever I saw her. They played some clips or something. Yeah, I didn't like the looks of it. The trailer's on Internet Movie Database, probably on YouTube. So check it out. Let me know what you think of it. So the funny part about this movie is I think it's that cop right there. He's in the third one with like the worst toupee/paint job on the top of his fucking head. Should have just had his damn cap on or something the whole time. I graduated that year from high school, 91. That movie, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Christ, I'm old. I want to see Deadpool. Hugh Jackman, I like as Wolverine and Deadpool. Yeah, I was reading the description. I was thinking about doing a video of it. They showed the first 10 minutes of whatever that last con was, and then described some of the fourth wall breaks that they did between him and Wolverine. It sounds pretty awesome. Where'd you get those peepers? Yeah, I'll be in line first day or first week to see Deadpool. Hugh Jackman and Deadpool sounds good, bizarre. I thought the X-Men Blu-ray trilogy at Walmart. I wasn't a huge fan of those X-Men movies, but I loved him. He made it worthwhile. Him and Patrick Stewart were the main reasons I liked it. So I haven't read much about Marvel. I kind of been off of Marvel. Are they going to use that? Because that's the only Marvel movie that's coming out this year, right? Are they basically going to? It sounds like they're going to use him to fix the timeline issues, and it's going to end up rerouting where the future of the MCU goes. Is what I'm guessing they're going to do. So maybe I guess that's how you're going to end up introducing like Fantastic Four. The movie I heard is going to take place in the '60s. So how is that going to play into today's world? There's no way that they're gonna have the same exact character still living today if it's 2024. Um, Doug was talking about buying those Disney Steelbooks. I just do not like um, the Falcon, and I don't like him being the new Captain America. That new Captain America will be one of the first MCU movies of the last, you know, probably 5 years that I don't go see in the theater. I just do not like him as Captain America. This guy's a real mover and shaker. Who says that? Yeah, I can't wait for Deadpool. So, did anybody say? Does anybody know they don't have a Blu-ray of the original? Don't tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, do they? Is that on a streaming service in HD? Bell bottoms would have been the 70s, right? From what I heard, the setting, they're not going to the 60s. They're going to be in the 60s. That's what I read. I'll Google it, but I was pretty sure I read that. Oh, we was talking about movies. Terrifier 3 comes out in October. They canceled Saw. It's not coming out until 2025. Fantastic Four set in 60s. Marvel's Fantastic Four reboot will most likely be set in the 60s, deviating from the past contemporary adaptations. The director Matt Shakman, known for WandaVision, will bring a retro TV-inspired style to the Fantastic Four. The cast I read. I only read rumors. Have they officially announced it? So, Julia Garner is going to be Silver Surfer. So they're going to have a female Silver Surfer. Vanessa Kirby is Sue Storm, Invisible Girl. Pedro Pascal, Mr. Mandalorian himself, is going to be Reed Richards. Joseph Quinn is going to be Johnny Storm. Eben Moss Backrack is going to be Ben Grimm. I have no fucking clue who that is. So they got a bunch of newbies. Other than Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, that's the guy that played Eddie in the Stranger Things, the one that died. That a lot of people were mad that they killed him off. I normally don't like Saw, but I saw the last one and actually liked it. I really liked the last one. I thought it was one of the most well written ones since the first two or three. Um, I'm really sad they're not. That from what I heard, the producers are bickering over some of the. I only heard that the producers are arguing over some of the plot points and how it bounces off the last movie. I don't know if I like Pedro Pascal in that. He just doesn't seem. I like the casting of the guy who played Eddie. I really like him as Johnny Storm. That Vanessa Kirby, I don't know what else has she been in. Oh, she was the blonde in Hobbs and Shaw. I've never really seen her in much, so I mean, I really can't tell. I just didn't think Pedro Pascal seemed a little miscast to me. I like that part with him looking and crawling on the wall, man. That's pretty fucking cool. Behind you. Does he kill her? I don't remember. Guess not. See, to me, he's smelling not. He doesn't do anything when he smells the females. He's only killing the dudes. I got 3 ads. Anybody else got any ads? I got an ad for Chewy. Who is Silver Surfer again? Some female. Julia Garner. I don't know what she's been in. Let's see. She's in Ozark. She hasn't been in a lot that I like. Not a lot of stuff that I've watched. Oh well. I guess once she gets like probably her head shaved or with a cap on, and it's kind of ambiguous, I guess. The Silver Surfer doesn't really matter that the Silver Surfer, whether it's a woman, male or female, I guess it's kind of ambiguous once she gets the suit on. So I'm not too worried about that. So I didn't see. That's just the main cast. Can I assume that there's gonna be no Doctor Doom? I was thinking that the Doctor Doom is he Doctor Doom going to end up being the new big bad now that they had to get rid of Jonathan Majors? So they're up trying to see if they can figure out a way to get out of this police station. This is one of those movies that I was telling people that kind of had a bummer ending. Like everybody always assumes that the good guys will win. Was hot garbage. I was thinking about recording a review. I I would not. No, I wouldn't call it hot garbage. I would say it's just become. I don't know what a good way to put it is. It's more of a King Kong movie. It doesn't have a lot of Godzilla in it. Godzilla is actually sleeping through a lot of it. Um, it's become. It doesn't have as much monster on monster action as I wanted, and it had like a Planet of the Apes feel to it. So, I mean, if you didn't like the last one, you're definitely not going to like this one. But to me, Kong Skull Island is so much better than any of these. And then uh Godzilla King of the Monsters to me is really good. That's probably my second favorite. And then King Kong Godzilla. The Godzilla single one where he doesn't show up hardly any in it is probably my least favorite. This was kind of mid, man. I mean, it's just a popcorn flick action movie. If you like the monster movies, go see it. If you didn't like any, if you weren't didn't like anything about the last couple, it's rent cycle repeat more of the same. No, I mean I did a review of it. You should watch it. I give it a. I think I said at the end I gave it a soft thumbs up. If you're a Ghostbusters fan and you like Ghostbusters and you like the nostalgia of it, you'll like it. But it's got too much wrong with it. I liked it when I saw it, but I think it was more of a I just wanted a Ghostbusters movie. But now looking in hindsight, it's basically Ghostbusters light or Ghostbusters Disney Ghostbusters. So it's kind of just weak. Um, doesn't have an edge to it. It's more like a family flick. Bad guy's kind of weak. Shows up at the end and it's over too quick. Got a lesbian storyline between the girl and a girl ghost that goes nowhere. Yeah, I do want to see The First Omen. That and Immaculate. I figured whenever I buy those, that'll be like a double feature weekend. See, if you look back at it though, he doesn't take females. But you can see his eyes, they're all foggy. You can tell that's what he wants next is his eyes. That CG wasn't that bad, but it was because it was so quick. I guess a good way to put it about a lot of these movies, the reason that like The First Omen and Immaculate and stuff like that is better now is they take more chances. They're not catering to audiences. Those Ghostbusters and King Kong and all that stuff, it's kind of like now they're real soft, man. They have to cater to the masses because they don't want to offend people and they just want to be more of the same. There's something at the way end of what? What are you talking about? If you are just joining us, go back when this is over and watch the beginning. I put something special in the little opening video, my little opening of Let's Watch Movies. If you watch all the way through of the clips at the very end, I put a joke in there about this being Jeepers Creepers Reborn too. But if you go to the very end of that, you're going to see a deleted scene. I found it on the internet. It's I think it might be on the Blu-ray. I can't remember. Hold on a second. I got the Shout Blu-ray. Can't remember if it said delete. Yeah, it's got deleted in extended scenes, including alternate opening and ending sequences. So I don't know whether I think it matches that, but it basically is showing that it wasn't just Derry's eyes that he took. It was basically his face. So watch that little clip I threw in there. It's kind of cool. It's like a second or two long. You see his vehicle passing. Quiet Place 3 is coming. It's the prequel to how everything happened in the trailer. I didn't see Emily Blunt, her husband, in real life. I forgot his name. John Krasinski, something like that. Yeah, it's a prequel. I didn't particularly like the actor that's in it. I like the actress. I do like the two Quiet Place movies though, so I might go see that. Quiet Place Day One. It seemed a little too familiar to me. It almost seemed like it was I don't know what you call it. It was kind of like that War of the Worlds feel with um Tom Cruise, and then mixed with the little bit of the atmosphere felt like 10 Cloverfield Lane. I like this part right here, back in wherever he's at in his warehouse or wherever. You can hear Derry yelling, screaming as he's killing him. Kind of reminds me of the Freddy Krueger type basement that he'd be in. And you can hear Jeepers Creepers playing on the record player. I always loved that. That's creepy. Yeah, that rock version of Jeepers Creepers, man. I remember back in the day. This was before the internet was like, blowed up like it is now. I couldn't find that. And then it ended up being, let's see, Jeepers Creepers rock version. It ended up being part of a song called Peekaboo by was it Susie and the Banshees? He takes his eyes and body away from him, like skinning him or something. He does this, like he has basically skinned his face, and he took his eyes. He's actually going to look through his eye socket holes in his skin with his own eyes, but in the creeper. But that's not the way the alternate ending is. Yeah, that's literally he's got his eye. If you watch the alternate ending that was in my intro, I wonder if I can play that. No, Jeepers Creepers 2 is actually pretty decent. We'll watch it next week. I'm not gonna let it play. Joyride is also on my list. That's a really good movie. I love the first Joyride. Yeah, they've got a song if you look it up that's called Peekaboo, and right in the middle of it, it's like a sampling of that Jeepers Creepers. It sounds like. So go to like YouTube and look up Jeepers Creepers Peekaboo or the official video of that. I wish I could play it like that without getting copyright. Did I say that right? Is Susie? Is that how you pronounce that? Susie? Susie? I don't know how to say that. If you go to their video, I'm trying to find it in the song. Yeah, about a minute and 40 seconds into it, you see part. It sounds similar to what they're playing on the radio there. That video is cool. It's got some fucking accordion in it. Jeepers Creepers alternate ending. I was thinking I could find it on YouTube. Yeah, like Susie. That reminds me of a movie. Has anybody ever heard of an old 80s comedy called They Call Me Bruce? Am I going to go see Sting as well? No, I'm not going to go see that. I'll wait and just buy that when it comes out. Did you guys see a movie in the 80s called They Call Me Bruce? There's a joke in there where it's a girl at a bar. Her name is Susie, and it's this redneck there, and that's her boyfriend. And Bruce, it's a pretty. It would be hard to have this movie now because there's a lot of racial humor in it about how his accent sounds funny because he's Chinese, I think. And so he's basically saying that he loves sushi. So this is whole bit in there where he's like, oh man, I love sushi. Do you like sushi? And the guy's like, yeah, I love Susie. He thinks he's talking about his girlfriend. And he's like, do you love sushi like I love sushi? And then he goes back and forth with the guy at the bar. It's funny as hell. No, Sting, there's a horror movie about spiders coming out called Sting. Yeah, that Beavis and Butthead song was there's a funny skit you guys should watch Saturday Night Live from this past weekend with Ryan Gosling in it, where he and one of the other cast members, they show up to they're two guys that look like Beavis and Butthead, but they're not Beavis and Butthead, and everybody thinks they look and sound like them. And they keep distracting everybody that's in the crowd trying to do an interview. It's pretty funny. You have your tickets to Abigail. You go to a lot of movies. I don't waste money at the movies anymore. I've been so disappointed with so many movies, unless word of mouth tells me that the thing is just fucking awesome. Or if it's a big giant action movie where I really want to see it. Like there's no way I was not going to go see Kong Godzilla on the big screen. But any of those little obscure horror movies, I'm just going to wait and buy them. I'm not going to go see them in theaters. I just can't drop the coin, man. If I'm going to basically spend the exact same amount of money to buy it later. Yeah, like I said, if you liked Ghostbusters Afterlife, Doug was the one who agreed with me. He said that The new one doesn't have as much heart because the other one had, a lot of Harold Ramis and wrapping up his story arc because he died in real life as Egon. It didn't have as much heart. If you like the last one, it's more of the same. If you didn't like the last one, you're not going to like this one, and I would go see First Omen. Yeah, I heard it was pretty good. I got good reviews. It's just I don't think that's anything I really need to see on the big screen. That's what I remembered them in. That is what. It was something on the Batman Returns soundtrack. Yeah, I remember that. Um what was the song? Batman Returns. Face to Face. It was a song by them called Face to Face. I'm gonna play in my ear. Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah. Hey man, it's good you remembered that. You have to let me know how Abigail is. We'll watch Jeepers Creepers 2. I'm not watching 3 and 4. We'll watch 2 next week. Yeah, it's the theme. I remember that now. Batman Returns is pretty edgy. I've watched that, hadn't been that long ago. I didn't, you don't realize it until you watch it that Batman is like killing motherfuckers. Like when he's going down there and they got that whole circus troupe like attacking the town. I mean, he's putting dynamite down in people's pants. He's like shooting people with the Batmobile. Man, he's killing people. Um, I really wish they'd have kept the edge to Batman Forever and had Michael Keaton in it. It would have been goody. Any horror movie with this guy in it, he's going to be okay. Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Yeah, I mean, Justin Long has been pretty good. I liked him in Barbarian. He was a prick in it, but he was good. Um, what else? It was something else I saw him in. Hadn't been that long ago, horror wise. He's a pretty good actor. I give him credit. He was in that movie, Drag Me to Hell, as the boyfriend. I thought he was good in that. Somebody told me they might be making a sequel to that. Is that true? Does anybody know that? I don't know how you make a sequel to that unless it's somebody else getting the curse. But like I said, I think Justin Long was good in Live Free or Die Hard. I think that's a very underrated Die Hard movie. Not going to be okay, it says. Sorry. That movie Tusk was a little bit of hard watch with him in it. Like I said, It's a Wonderful Knife. He was in that. That wasn't bad. I liked him in Barbarian. House of Darkness was pretty good. I liked him in that. He was in an episode of Creep Show. I don't remember what that was. Somebody told me that movie he was in, The Wave, was good. No, I didn't see Gotham Knights. I'd like to see another Batman movie with Michael Keaton in it. I haven't seen that. I have to check it out. Next week we'll watch Jeepers Creepers 2. The movie that's playing now would be a good watch one time. Joyride, the first one with Paul Walker, rest in peace. I like that movie. Keaton was basically the best part of the Flash movie. I thought he was good. The fact that we're not able to see that Batgirl movie with him, a lot of Michael Keaton in it, is hot garbage. Was okay game. You're talking about Gotham Knights. They should have went ahead and just released that damn Batgirl movie on Max. What the hell? Some of the trash that they've released Like that first Suicide Squad movie. I guess they didn't want a string of like failures leading up to James Gunn taking over. Supposedly, I saw where he's filming Peacemaker season 2 because they showed the back of John Cena's helmet. He was doing a selfie in it. So I think they said parts of season 1 is going to be canon as far as the new DCU. I don't know. What year is that Joyride? Yeah, 2001. That's pretty good. I like that. That's got a good cast. Steve Zahn is always kind of funny. Paul Walker's good. That Lily Zabiskie is really good in it. Between this and Zach and Mary, this is a Justin Long fan channel. What's wrong with that? He's good. I like him. So he's not. He has a cameo in uh Jeepers Creepers 2. Remember, he's out in the field warning them. So we'll watch that next week, and then we can figure out what to watch next. I was looking to see what other stuff they had on here. We can watch Piranha 3D, other than it wouldn't be in 3D, I don't guess. Why didn't they ever release the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2002 on Blu-ray? Is surprising. 2022, because it's Netflix, man. Netflix is not going to release anything. I mean, they barely release movies and series as it is. Very little of their stuff has been on there. Same thing with what is that? Shit, what was it I was reading today? The Killers of the Flower Moon. Apple said they're not going to release a physical media version of that in the United States. I bought the foreign release, even though it's region locked in 4K in a steelbook. So I'm glad I did. I would love a Batgirl movie. Well, they made a Batgirl movie. It was filmed and Michael Keaton is Batman in it and everything. It was cut. They watched it. They didn't like it. They put it on the shelf and threw it away and basically took it off as a tax write-off. That was a bunch of bullshit. I own a custom Blu-ray of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. Yeah, you gonna cosplay her? I forget the girl's name. Let me see if they got it on here. Batgirl. Leslie Grace. She was Batgirl. Brendan Fraser was very upset. He was the villain in it. I forget the name of the villain's name now. But J.K. Simmons was going to be Commissioner Gordon. Obviously, like I said, Michael Keaton was Bruce Wayne in Batman. I can't remember the Brendan Fraser's character's name in it. It was something that sounded cool. Let me see if I can Google it. Brendan Fraser. Batgirl. A mob boss in Gotham City, Brendan Fraser is Ted Carson, aka Firefly, a disgruntled veteran who becomes a psychopath pyromaniac. Fraser said that Carson had an original backstory rather than being adapted from a previous version of the character. That's insane that an award nominated Scorsese movie won't get a release. Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit, but that's why you need to get yourself a region free player. And you can get yourself the 4K Steelbook, Region B. Killers on the Flower Moon, not on Blu-ray either now. That sucks. No wonder WWE stopped releasing DVDs since they're going to be on Netflix. Well, I don't think they had made that Netflix deal yet. They just weren't selling enough physical media copies. The only thing that I hate is they end it with WrestleMania 39 as the last Blu-ray they made. They could have at least released WrestleMania on Blu-ray, and at least this year's, to get it rounded out to WrestleMania 40. Somebody in the chat said they saw Late Night with the Devil. I want to see that myself. I really like the cast. I heard iffy things about stop motion, so I'll wait and see that whenever it streams. I heard that wasn't that great. Yeah, I was looking at some of the other movies on here. They got, like I said, they got that Joyride. We might have to watch that. Any good shark movies on here? We need to watch that Would You Rather. I cracked my old DVD player as a teen and was region free with Blu-ray. They damn near made those uncrackable. I've got a 4K region free one that I bought off Amazon like 2 years ago, still plays. And I've got a, like you said, I cracked the DVD player back in the day that still works that I've got, but I don't think I have a region free Blu-ray other than the Blu-ray 4K player. It was wonky with hold on a second. What was that I bought? Give me 1 second. In my hunt, I bought this week. Shit. That's the 4K at Thanksgiving. 4Ks are supposed to be region free, and it's not. It's fucking one of it from Italy. It's region B coded. For some reason, normally I can just hit my region button. It took me forever to get this damn thing to play. I don't know why. And the damn thing's in Italian. Says there what? What is that? There ain't 4K release of what? Yeah, that Jaws I showed. I've been waiting for that. That thing's been out for like it's been out for over a year and it's spiked, man. That thing was selling for like $150. And then I finally found somebody who cut me a deal on it. Late Night with the Devil was awesome. I saw it in the theater. Yeah, it was Arturo that said he watched it. I've never seen Leslie Grace in anything. I don't remember. Did I look her up? Well, I've got the 4K Steelbook, but it's a region B, so. And I wasn't going to get it at first because I said, oh, well, that'll come out region A. And then it was like 30 some bucks on Orbit DVD. And I was like, well, I want to see it and I don't want to just watch. And the Steelbook looked good and it sold out. And then they got some more in and I was like, well, fuck it, I'm going to buy it because I saw a couple people. I don't know if that's an Italian flag. What are you talking about? I don't know, but this is an Italian release of this. It looks good in 4K. The only problem I got, and I'll probably do a video of this, is when they show a computer screen that's got English on it, they show subtitles on the screen in English. I mean, in Italian, and they're burned in, so you can't take them off. It happens 3 or 4 times in the movie, so it's not that distracting. But this is one of those movies that we're probably going to get fucked over and not get a 4K of it. So I went ahead and shelled out the money and got it. Anything, shit, sorry if that messed the microphone up. Anything new, that's in, should look good in 4K. So there's no reason that we shouldn't have got a 4K of something that just came out. I figure they might Blumhouse this fucking thing and we might get it like Black Phone and Cocaine Bear and all those other ones like a year later, 6 months later, we'll end up getting the 4K. I looked her up. She's from the Dominican Republic and a Latin singer. Huh. The comment you just clicked on where it showed the flag. Well, it didn't show a flag to me when because I'm using StreamYard. Hold on a second. There's a way for me to see. view on YouTube. It's a way for me to see the YouTube. Oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah, on mine it showed like a weird little. So does that show the flag? Let me look at it. Yeah, it does show it. That's cool. I guess I need to look at the comments on YouTube, but it's delayed from my audio. I bought the Midsommar Blu-ray at Goodwill like 2 months ago, and it doesn't play on my player. It's region locked or something, not playing on my Blu-ray player. There's an uncut or director's cut of Midsommar that you can get on Blu-ray that I think is region B, but if you go to A24, they've got the director's cut on 4K in a US release. They you can get it. Apple iTunes, if you buy Midsommar on there, you get the director's cut as a free bonus feature. Yeah, I know, it's weird. Why Sony chose to not release that in the US in 4K, it baffles me. They don't wanna support physical media anymore. Yeah, I saw that it showed up. If I go over and look on YouTube, it shows it. My, old computer, when I would sometimes look and try to do YouTube and StreamYard at the same time, it would fuck it up, but it was just because it's an old computer. This is a new laptop, so. There's a blonde Batgirl, she's the most popular of recent times, named Stephanie Brown. Bizarro Supergirl would be a perfect as that version. Is that the one that was she on television as Batgirl? If you're getting off soon, have a nice night. What time is it? I don't have to go to work tomorrow, so, I mean, I can stay a few more minutes if you guys want. I try not to get off if the chat's lively. Thanksgiving was awesome. Hopefully part 2 would be awesome. Yeah, I liked it. I would like to get that, NECA figure of it. There's a Toonie Terrors and a regular one, but, I don't like ordering shit online, and pre-ordering, like, toys and stuff, but, I thought for sure that that would have been, like, in Target that I'd have seen it. I got a Twitter thing, Mark Cuban says, "I pay what I owe tomorrow. I'm gonna wire transfer the IRS $288 million. This country's done so much for me. I'm proud to pay my taxes every single year." Yeah, more power to you, brother. I had to actually pay fucking taxes this year for the first time. That sucks. Become president, make more money, you gotta pay fucking taxes. I went ahead and told them to bump up my withholdings every 2 weeks so I don't have to pay taxes next year. I don't know if Stephanie on TV, but maybe a TV animated Batman films, but mostly in the current comic book. Okay, are you talking about that was the character's name? Sorry, I didn't realize. I don't know enough about the I'm out of the comic book world, I guess. I haven't really been on there much lately as far as Marvel or DC. Back in the day, I was a DC Comics guy. I really was into Superman, all 4 of the volumes of that, and into Batman, so I like Spawn back then. When is that Spawn movie coming out? Was thinking Batgirl from Forever she could cosplay. You mean there we from Forever? Batman Forever? I thought you talking about Alicia Silverstone? She was in Batman and Robin, right? Batgirl was in Barbara Gordon. Yeah, I know they mix it around. I don't really have to have her as Barbara Gordon, but I like the concept of having her as the commissioner's daughter. I was reading on, you talking about WrestleMania, did you guys read about Rhea Ripley? But that during before her match with Becky had 102 she had, what do you call it, strep throat, and Rhea had a panic attack and was, panicking in the back, they said. Yeah, he is. I hate taxes. So do I. Yeah, fuck that, but I wished had more control over where my tax money went to. She's also Robin's girlfriend. I don't need her to be Robin's girlfriend. Yeah, Batman and Robin. Yeah, I don't really need them to be boyfriend and girlfriend. I would have just settled for I don't know. I just didn't particularly like Alicia Silverstone in that movie, but I can understand she was popular at the time. What did you guys think of the Joker 2 trailer? I don't mind there being if it's gonna be too heavy musical, I don't like it. I don't mind because it's you could have a, in the mind type of thing of looking into the inner mind of the Joker and Harley, maybe 1 or 2 musical numbers, 1 from each one of them. But if that movie's gonna be full of music, I don't wanna see it. Yeah, it said in an article that, Rhea Ripley had a bad panic attack before her WrestleMania match because I think she was worried with, Becky being sick, and they were going on first, that they'd have to set the tone, and they said Jason Jordan, the producer, had a meeting with her and calmed her down. They said that he is really shined, Jason Jordan, as a producer in the WWE, so what was the movie I watched, on Peacock last night that you guys might like? Uh Drive-Away Dolls is on Peacock. Have you guys watched that yet? I would prefer an Alicia Silverstone type of mask if I cosplay her because the full mask gets really uncomfortable. Yeah, I thought that was kinda cool, the mask that she wore. All those Batman movies, it's weird how they put the mask on and then they put the black paint around their eyes, but then sometimes when they take the mask off, whether it be the helmet type mask or that, they don't have anything on their eyes. Where the fuck did the eye makeup go? But either way, there's a movie that's on Peacock right now called Drive Away Dolls. You guys should watch it. It's pretty funny. Like a action comedy type thing. Jamie regrets her breakup with her girlfriend while Marion needs to relax. In search of a fresh start, they embark on an unexpected road trip to Tallahassee, Florida. Things go awry when they cross paths with a group of inept criminals. There's some stuff hiding in the trunk of the car, and they do one of those things where somebody pays to drive a car, like, from they're up north, I don't know where they're from. I forget, Pennsylvania, Boston, somewhere. And they gotta drive to Florida, and then there's shenanigans along the way. I watched that in theaters. Did you like it? You probably liked it, had a lot less. I don't know that that would have been one I definitely would need to watch in the theaters. There wasn't anything in that that needed to be that was theater worthy. I don't even read comics as a collectible seller. I kinda hear stuff. It's kinda my job to pay attention. Well, that's kinda cool. I used to be that way. I need to fucking sell a bunch of the rest of my, wrestling action figures. I've got a huge comic book collection from way back then, like, from the mid-80s to mid-90s, mostly D DV I wonder if it's where I hit the microphone. Sorry. This microphone is very, tive. It was a problem with StreamYard. It said that it would lost connection for a second, and now it said it reconnected. So hopefully you can hear me now. No, I wasn't on it was StreamYard fucking up. Yeah, you gotta love StreamYard. I think I'm getting ready to go back down to the free version of that. The reason I'm paying for the first tier of it is, I like to save the videos and be able to edit parts out later or use them, and it gives you a lot of storage, but it's I've had twice in the last couple months where it's messed up, where StreamYard is what's fucking up. What other ones does anybody else use anything else to stream other than StreamYard? What's a good, service for streaming? I like this one 'cause the options are real easy. I mean, it's like 2 seconds to put my logos on there and my banner, and it lets me upload video, and I like that it lets me play little, bumpers.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
I think I got some Batman bumpers.
This town needs an enema.
So, if I get another service, it needs to be able to do all that. 'Cause, I gotta have it to where people can come on here and
Acknowledge me.
yeah, they gotta come on here and acknowledge me. No, I'm just kidding. So, yeah, I mean, I gotta have all those normal options. I've used StreamYard and one other one, but I forgot which one. If you think of what it is, let me know 'cause I wasn't really testing it. It says I can private chat with people too. I don't know what that means. If I, um if I start channel memberships and I give you guys access to emojis and stuff, I don't think I can see those on StreamYard. 'Cause, like, I've created some custom emojis, like I put my hot garbage one on there. But see, if you see that, when I go to StreamYard, it just says the name of it. It shows up to me as hot garbage. It doesn't actually show the little logo. And then I've got, where I say something's on fire. And then if I give a movie a thumbs up, and then if I give a movie a thumbs down, think it was OBS. I might try that then. Maybe I'll do a test one. Yeah, see, you can see it on YouTube, but I don't see those. Like when you did the flag, I don't see the flag. I didn't see the flag in StreamYard. That's stupid. Nobody watched me on Facebook today. I didn't get any thumbs up there. But either way. So I didn't look before we get off here. What physical media comes out this week? You got Affliction, which is a shout select. I don't need that. The Jack Ryan TV series in 4K. I don't need that. Damn, man, there ain't shit coming out. Half Baked Totally High. What is that? The Peasants. There's nothing any good. Mr. Sleep, some horror movie. There's not a lot coming out this week, so that may be good. I can go back and get a couple releases that I haven't bought. Star Trek Lower Decks season 4. I think I skip that. A lot of Jack Ryan. Yeah, I'll have to. That's good. I can give me save some money because on the 23rd you get The Departed 4K. Doug, you can get Steel Magnolias on 4K. The Beekeeper 4K. I'll get that. The Nude Vampire. What is that? Hey, Drive Away Dolls is getting a Blu-ray release. They're releasing the Harley Quinn animated series is getting the fourth season. I didn't know there were four seasons of that on Blu-ray. I was at a benefit, so it wasn't on Facebook. Milwaukee's Buck NBA Silk Bomber. That's pretty cool. Are you going to see Star Wars up on May 3rd? That'd be negatory. We were just talking about that earlier. I do not like Star Wars episode. I hate Jar Jar Binks. Maybe I'll get me a couple of them damn steel books that I've been passing on this week since nothing else is really coming out. So the 23rd is kind of light too. So the 30th is when all those TV shows comes on. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Moon Knight, uh, Ocean's 11 4K Steelbook, Madam Web. I know I've seen season 1 and 2 because I own those on Blu-ray. I don't know if I've seen I liked the first 2 seasons, I know that. Basket Case is getting a 4K release? Huh. Mean Girls. I wanna go see that Sasquatch Sunset or whatever it was. What one did I say you would like? I don't remember. Maybe it was the one you said you already saw, the one that's talking about, um, Runaway Dolls with all those lesbians. I love how cartoon's wacky. Yeah, the cartoon is wacky. I kinda like the first 2 seasons. I don't I swear I don't know if I've seen the 3rd season. I have to look. It's time to go now. I'm out of alcohol. Say in the country, alky-hole. What's a good movie on Amazon Prime? What was it I just watched? Hold on a second, let me look. Do I have my Prime account loaded in here? Do you like comedies? Have you watched, Ricky Stenicki with John Cena in it? That's kinda funny. Something coming out this week? Let's see. I don't see anything that I remember. I don't know. You can't listen to anything I say. Oh, I think I was making a joke. It wasn't this week. It was in 2 weeks. I said something about Steel Magnolias was coming out on 4K. And I said you need to get that, Doug. One of your friends was an extra cheerleader in Bring It On Cheer Smack. Is that horror one? You should have been in that. You'd have made an excellent cheerleader in that. See, I'm tired of all these remakes, reboots, continuations, or whatever. There's no way it could be as good as the. Let me sign into Prime real quick. Hold on a second. I've never loaded Prime onto this Roku device. You don't know what you talking about? Steel Magnolias? Oh, have you watched that new on Amazon Prime? Have you watched the new Roadhouse? I kind of enjoyed it. Cheer Smack was the movie before Cheer or Die, which was just a stupid horror movie. I didn't see that one then. I heard that Fallout TV series is pretty good. That's on Prime right now. Hold on a second. Something is fucking beeping here. My arm hit this little thing I got over here. Yeah, that's still Magnolias. If you haven't watched it, like I said, I think you would enjoy, unless you're a diehard fan of the original Roadhouse, you'd probably enjoy that. That's on Prime right now. That's funny. The Roku remote is starting up this little display wheel thing that I got when I hit a certain button. That Exorcist Believer is on there. Did you ever watch that? Somebody told me that Musica was good, but like I said, the Roadhouse movie's pretty good. Ricky Stenicki is good. I watched a pretty wacky, like, action comedy. Please Don't Destroy the Treasure of Foggy Mountain. That's on there. That's pretty good. Bottoms is a pretty good raunchy female comedy. That movie, The Passenger, is really good. That's like more like a horror movie. So quite a few movies on. Jake Gyllenhaal is the main star of the new Roadhouse. If you never watched that horror movie that was kind of like the horror Back to the Future type thing, Totally Killer, that's good. Shark movies, I would skip the Black Demon if you haven't watched it. You can always watch Saltburn. Yeah, Conor McGregor isn't in it as much. He's only in like 2 or 3 scenes. He's in a couple of the fight scenes, but Jake Gyllenhaal is made. If you want to see like some male penises flapping, watch Saltburn. Trying to see what else is on here. Yeah, Passenger was really good. I recommend that. There's a movie that I liked on here too called Run, Sweetheart, Run, where this girl's being chased by these killers. That's really good. I recommend that. And then a Kate Beckinsale's in a an action movie called Jolt. If you haven't seen that, I really like that. There's just some prime movies. Night, everybody. Yeah, night. I was thinking about doing that. You think I'd make a good video series where once a month I recommend 5 movies on Prime, Shutter. Uh, I don't have Paramount anymore. That movie Strays, that comedy about the dogs, is pretty funny. I've got Max and I've got Peacock. I was thinking about doing it where I recommend like 5 movies that you should watch on a streaming service. I might start doing those. All right, brothers and sisters, I think I'm getting ready to get up off here, even though I don't got to work. I I got a couple things I want to do before I hit the bed. I really appreciate all the chatter. You guys come out tonight and support me. I really love you guys. Anybody that watches is now or later. This was the Jeepers Creepers watch along. We're gonna watch Jeepers Creepers 2 next week. Go back, like I said, anybody that didn't catch it, watch the intro and see that little clip at the end of it where they do where I show the deleted scene of instead of just his eyes, he basically takes his whole face. It's kind of cool. So yeah, anybody that watches now or later, hit a thumbs up on this video or any video you watch. I've got some really good traction on some of my latest videos. I actually made a little bit of revenue last month, so I really appreciate everybody. Yeah, check it out. At least for just that little bit, you'll see where he took his whole face and basically used it. It's kinda cool. It's only lasts for a second. I also put a joke in there where I made it out like we were watching Jeepers Creepers Reborn, so like I said, love you guys. Keep supporting me. I'll keep making great content. I got some movie hunts I'm gonna post this week. I got a video about some those Walmart steel books. I found some in the $5 bin. So um, I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't do one with what do you call it? Siskel and Ebert. But they did review Siskel did review Jeepers Creepers too, so I might put them back in there next week. Night all. Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by, Maddie. Bizarro, love you for coming by. Star Wars Collecting Hobbies, love you too. Appreciate all you guys. You know, I really do appreciate all the support you guys give me. Um, got a good little community started here, and hopefully we can keep going with it. Uh, glad to be back on a regular schedule. Hopefully won't get the sickness again, and I'll be back on regular schedule. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close out the video. You guys got any more questions? Like I said, I know I got a Goodwill hunt I did this week. I might go ahead and review Godzilla and Kong since I watched it. Um, got some ideas from the other stuff that I'm gonna be posting. So watch out for the new videos and watch them and like them. So yeah, have a good week. You too. I really appreciate you and everybody for stopping by. So until next time, boys and girls, this has been JEFFMan316. As always, I'm your pop culture reporter. Support me on social media, JEFFMan316, mainly on Instagram. Yeah, until next time, boys and girls, this is JEFFMan316, your pop culture reporter signing out saying you guys be safe out there.
Mr. Mayor, Chief, ladies and gentlemen.